Good morning, guys. Welcome to Fishful Thinker. I'm Chad LaChance, and I appreciate you joining us. The whole point of today's show is to show you the critical lessons and critical concepts that we use to film a whole season of Fishful Thinker television. The other fundamental thing from this season, which again is no shocker, is the Texas rig, the pitch bait. In this case, the Pit Boss. I throw the Berkley Pit Boss all the time, the Powerbait Pit Boss. It's for me a very, very much a confidence bait. And we used it in Cedar Bluff at Kansas on our day at Cedar Bluff in the morning. So we'd fished the evening, we'd caught a lot of fish on the dam. We went out the next day to film again, only now we went and fished wood cover, and that Texas rig Pit Boss paid the bills there. Maybe not a crappie. I just missed one right there, guys, a second ago, and I thought maybe it was a crappie, and I threw back to it, and they're getting a little bigger. You got it? You got him. There we go. Get up in here. Jeez. Okay, I'm not fishing real clean these days, guys. That's 2 times it took me to get that fish out of there, too. But I got him that time. And we are going to pick everything apart in this cove at this point. Fish. Got him. Come on in here, buddy. Yay. Fishing heavy cover. There's my Pit Boss. Look how deep that Fusion 19 got that one. I weighted him out good. There's so much stuff on the bottom in here that it's really hard to tell. And that's not a monster, but I'm happy to have that one. Big kiss. Mwah! There's fish. Got him. Oh, come out of there. Come out of there. Oh, he's in there. He's in there. He's got me wrapped. Okay, I'll slack him out. Oh, okay. He's on there. I'm gonna slack him out, see if he'll pull free. Did he come off? No, he's on there. Come out of there. There we go. We got him. He was wrapped in there. It also worked for us in South Dakota. We hit a high bright sun day, and we were there in early fall, guys, and it was like 95 degrees and hot, and not a cloud in the sky, not a puff of wind to be seen anywhere. And we're in a lake that's called Clear Lake, which tells you a little bit about the watercolor in the lake potentially. At the end of the day, I knew right away, with as calm as it was, that there was going to be fish under those docks. Fish, got him. All right, there's a good smallmouth under that dock too. I have never got to fish smallmouth under docks before, guys, and that's a good one right here. Look at this thing. All right, come here, fish. Come here, fish. Come on, we're just gonna grab them up in here on 20 pound, because I don't really catch smallmouth on 20 pound very often. Oh man, that's freaking awesome, dude. That is so much fun to be able to pitch him with the flipping stick. Big kiss for him. We'll put him back right quick. That's a good looking fish, and we don't want to hurt any of these guys. Hey! When we were in Kansas, same thing there, only comes down to the laydowns. So the fundamental thing to take away is the laydowns, and particularly the laydown logs that are in bushes, or where there's more than one log that come together, or a vertical log and a log up against it. The horizontal one is the important one you have to keep in mind, and where along that horizontal one you pitch that Pit Boss and that Texas rig is going to make all the difference in the world. And you just got to move it enough to make it look alive. You don't have to do a lot to it. It's not, you know, you don't have to do a bunch of crazy retrieve stuff. Fish? Got him. There we go. I figured we'd get one in there, and come on in here, buddy. And that's how you do it, guys. I don't know that we can illustrate it any better than that. Pick that cover apart, nice thick chunky one. There we go. All right, that's a nice one there, guys. We'll keep him right here. All right, easy buddy, easy buddy.
We're gonna lead you around, lead you around. We're gonna lead you right in here. Come on in here, buddy. Okay. And there's that hook right in the top of the snout. That's where you want to see it every time. That fish will never come off. In fact, he's gonna be hard to get off of there because it's a perfect hook set. There we go. And on that note, guys, I don't know it's gonna get any better. We'll put him back.
One thing I'll quickly point out to you, and if you watch some of these hook sets, it's very important when you're Texas rigging, whether it be on the docks or on the wood cover in Kansas, that you get your hook setting down pat. You want a little bit of slack in that hook set, very important, a little bit of slack that you pop to give the chance to pop the hook through the bait. Really important, you want to set your feet, and it needs to be a forceful hook set, because a big part of the reason that you're using a Texas rig bait is you're fishing around cover. I need that fish to turn and look at me. When I set the hook, I need to be able to get his face pulled towards me so that I can pull him directly out of the cover. And if you watch a lot of this, my fish still are gonna wrap me up some of the time, even with my big hook set.
Got him, got him. All right, we'll see if he's gonna stay on there. I don't know if I got much of a hook set with that log. That fish was all wrapped in there when I first set the hook, guys. And that's why I use the big line and the big stick. It's not the fact that it's a 3-pound fish, it's the fact that it's a bunch of junk that he's swimming around in the first place.
The other thing, if you'll notice, is the rod position when I pitch the bait. When I pitch the bait and the bait hits the water, I don't want my rod down low. I want to follow through with my rod so that the rod tip is pointing up and I've got slack down to the bait. Then I can follow the bait down with the rod tip as it sinks down through the cover, even if it's only a foot or 2 or 3 feet. That rod tip being high gives me room to drop the rod and set the hook, and it lets the bait sink straight down. If I have the rod tip down here and I follow through with my pitch and leave the rod here, I've got a real flat line to my bait, which is hard to see, and I don't have any room to pop a hook set. I end up trying to pull into fish, and you'll miss a huge percentage of them.
Okay. Now that's the second one on that deep tree out there in the middle, and that thing's going down. The boat's marking what are we at? 6 feet. And so these fish are about 5 feet deeper than the rest of them we're catching. And just racking them up now. Oh man, I got water all over my face. That's good fun, dude. And this Pit Boss, I mean, since this thing first came out, originally came out in the old Havoc line, but it was such a popular bait, they moved them into Powerbait, and now they're made out of Powerbait, and that's a much more potent fish flavor, and that's a good looking combo right there. Anywhere in the country you fish, that's a good way to catch bass. Really good way. That's a 4-inch Pit Boss. If you guys notice, I was real patient on that one. Come on in here, buddy. All right. I was very patient on the hook set because I wasn't sure the way that thing went down that log. There's a log right under the surface right there that you can barely see. And to be very patient, make sure, is this actually a fish that I'm dealing with, or am I sliding down this log, you know? And that's something that you gotta take time to do to develop that patience. And so you have to have confidence that you can feel what's going on. And I just lift very carefully on the rod. I can feel that there's a little bit of a just barely. That's why soft limbs will get you, because you pick up on it. You can feel the sponginess of a limb, and then you'll set the hook. But if you don't set the hook when you feel that heavy sponge, you're gonna miss a ton of bites.